The sad life of the Kardashian kids. Will Stormi ever get to leave the mansion? Did Kimye force North to model for them? And will Kourtney's kids ever be allowed to say the F word again? A stormy childhood. It's no secret that the Kardashian kids live a far from ordinary lifestyle. Growing up in the limelight definitely has its ups and downs, but it seems like there's been more downs and a major strict and weird lifestyle put in place for the future mega celebs. Let's start with Kylie Jenner, one of the richest Kardashians. Kylie and her bae Travis Scott have both enforced some pretty weird rules for their adorable daughter Stormi Jenner, who just recently turned 3. Living in a lavish, gated community in the Hidden Hills must mean that Stormi is at least allowed out of the house, right? Not quite. Kylie was social distancing back before it was even a thing. Towards the last few months of the makeup mogul's pregnancy, she literally did not leave her house at all, as in not even to go to the superstore. This was actually because while she was pregnant, Kylie was scared of the helicopters flying over the mansion trying to get a snapshot of her growing baby bump. But it seems like Kylie dragged this fear up until Stormi was 1 year old because the icon didn't let her baby girl leave the house, not even for a little stroll in their garden. Kylie made it very clear that if anyone wanted to see Stormi, they had to visit the house. Fans took to Kylie's defense to express that her reason for this was that she wanted Stormi to have a normal childhood, away from the eyes of the media, and in 2019, Kylie even told Interview magazine, "Stormi really comes before me, so that is a lot to take in at a young age, but I feel like I was definitely made for this." But I mean, if Kylie wanted to keep Stormi away from paparazzi, it doesn't explain why the mom of one allowed cameras to be in Stormi's face for the filming of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. But what's even weirder is that Kylie and Travis's parenting views actually contradict each other. Awkward! In a 2018 interview with Rolling Stone, Travis expressed that today's kids are on iPads. There's so much technology they don't play outside anymore. And then went on to admit that him and Kylie didn't let Stormi watch TV until a few months ago. This is super sad because, well, if Kylie didn't let Stormi out of the house and Travis didn't let her watch TV, what was she actually doing all day? Fans even began making fun of the confusing controversy, commenting, "Kylie, Stormi has to stay inside. Travis, kids these days never go outside anymore," which pointed out that Kylie and Travis weren't probably on the same page when it came to Stormi's do's and don'ts. You can't make this up. Okay, so let's move on to Kimye and their firstborn, outspoken diva that we all know and love dearly, Northie. Though Kim's gotten major backlash for some of her parenting choices earlier on in North's upbringing, the mother of 4 has proven that she puts her children first time and time again. Despite studying to be a lawyer, filming for Keeping Up with the Kardashians, taking care of her brands, KKW Beauty, KKW Fragrance, and Skims, Kim always manages to be around the kids all the time. But we can't help but feel sorry for poor North, who's been super confused by her parents' ever-changing life choices. In the past, fans shamed Kim for allowing North to wear lipsticks and a little makeup. After a 2018 Christmas family picture taken on Instagram, many fans were alarmed that the tiny fashionista was wearing bright red lipstick. But Dad, Kanye West, after letting Northie wear lipstick all of these years, suddenly put a stop to it all. In a September 2019 interview with E!, Kim expressed, "North loves makeup, but her dad won't let her wear it. I think he had it. He changed all the rules. Kylie would give her all these lip kits, so I kind of got in trouble for that. So it's now no more makeup." Even Kim changed her mind, telling many sources, "About the makeup thing, I don't think a kid should really be wearing makeup either, you know?" I mean, it must have been very confusing for North to be told by her mom that it's okay to look cute and wear lip gloss, but then getting all of her Kylie Cosmetics freebies taken away from her in the blink of an eye. A modeling rule. Okay, so even though Northie isn't allowed to wear makeup, she absolutely has to model against her own will. In 2017, Kimye started a clothing brand line called The Kid Supply, and with that involved a whole lot of modeling from North, even though she didn't get to pick out her own outfits or even wear a little bit of lip gloss. Modeling is a difficult job that takes hours of practice and absolute stillness, something that a 7-year-old just can't do. I mean, that's mainly because they would rather live a normal life running around the house and playing than being in front of the camera for hours. What's more confusing than saying, "Hey Northie, makeup makes you look too old and flashy, but we want you to model for us against your own will"? The number one question that all fans asked was how did North actually get through these shoots? Sadly, Kim bribed her with a bunch of sweets, and it seemed to work. That's why, in some of the gorgeous pictures, Northie is seen holding a lollipop while rocking the kidswear brand. Fans took to the internet to make fun of Kim's bribery, saying, "Kim feeds her children things with no added sugar but hands North a lolly as a bribe?" I mean, it doesn't seem to add up. A strict diet. We can't mention the Kardashians without bringing up the strictest sister of them all. Yep, Kourtney. When it comes to Kourt's kitchen, there's a whole lot of logistics, sometimes too complicated for her 3 kids to handle. The eldest of the Kardashian sisters has previously shared details of her diet, mentioning that she avoids dairy and gluten, fasts once a week by only having bone broth and water, and goes 14 to 16 hours between dinner and breakfast. It's no secret that she probably enforces the same type of rules for her children, which is pretty sad considering the fact that sometimes kids just want to let loose and have sweets, snacks, or at least some ice cream. To make things more strict, Kourtney recently admitted that she's afraid to use microwaves for her and her children's food, telling People magazine, "One kitchen appliance I never use is a microwave. If anything needs to be heated up, I prefer to use the oven, stovetop, or toaster oven instead." In the post, the 37-year-old mom of 3 said that after she had her first child, Mason, who's now 7, she started doing a whole lot of research and chose to throw out the microwave from her kitchen because the toxins from plastic containers can be transferred to food when reheated, and because it rids food of their vitamins. On a recent episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, sister Khloe made fun of Kourtney by telling viewers she doesn't believe in a microwave, but she believes in a toaster oven, which is funny considering they both kind of do the same thing. And we have to come with facts. According to Harvard, Kourtney's fears aren't rational because a microwave actually causes the food to contain more vitamins. But as we all know, there's no convincing Kourt. I wonder when Mason, Rain, and Penelope will be able to feel the joy of putting a cold cheese pizza in the microwave for a minute and eating it. No toys allowed. So we don't know what Kourtney's issue with plastic is, but it seems to be pretty deep-rooted. The mom of 3 recently confessed that she also doesn't let her kids play with plastic toys at all. When asked why, Kourtney said that plastic toys have more toxins. But this may just be another irrational fear because toxins are still present in wooden toys and painted toys. So while other kids are playing with dolls and ordinary toys, Kourt's kids are just watching them from the sidelines, which makes us feel a little bit sorry for them. It's no secret that the 41-year-old reality star has strived to live a more sustainable lifestyle for years, telling interviewers, "I'm making an effort not to buy plastic containers, so to those using boxes, glass, or other plastic alternatives, thank you. And to any plastic I have here, I won't be buying you anymore." Though that sounds pretty cool, we can't help but feel like she's probably forcing her children to grow up a little too fast. Say bye-bye to that childhood doll that you used to play with, Penelope. The F word. The Kardashian kids are not allowed to say the F word. By F word, we mean fat. And here's why we think it's actually a little bit sad. During a Keeping Up with the Kardashians episode, momager Kris Jenner asked Kourtney, "Do you think I look fat?" Kourt snapped back, saying, "Don't use that word in front of my daughter, please," which led fans to believe that Kourtney was trying to teach her kids about self-love and self-worth from an early age. Kourtney later confessed that she forbids anyone from using the word around the kids, in hopes that it would stop them from obsessing or focusing on their own flaws. In a 2016 interview with Mom.com, Kourtney said, "There are so many conversations that we have without thinking the kids are listening. I just don't want to start getting anybody self-conscious. They say if a mother is confident about her body, that the daughters are way more likely to not have eating. I'm fine about my body, but I'll notice little things. If I'm like, ugh, I hate this outfit, I'm changing, my daughter will try on tons of outfits before she's happy." Though fans agreed with Kourtney, others just didn't understand the purpose behind her trying to hide the F word from her kids. This is mainly because they're going to come across someone, either in school or in their friendship groups, that will say the word fat to them, and how will they react if they've never been exposed or educated about it? Turning the word into a taboo was maybe not the best thing to do? But now, we want to know what you think. Are the Kardashians putting way too many restrictions on their kids, and will the heirs to the mega celeb throne ever actually get to live normal lives as children, or is it just too late?